How's it going, ladies and Bruces? I'm Bobby Sixkilla and welcome back. Day for 17, we finally finished with our kick the can tag thing. Let's carry on and see what new shit happens now because we've been covering a bit of old ground recently. There was nothing I could do. I was it again. I had to go search. Oh, we haven't finished the kick the can thing. We're still in it. The kid, you, Coco, Pee-Pee, Sora. I knew they couldn't have gone far and thought I'd find them quickly. Tsugumi stayed around in the conference room. It didn't look like she was going anywhere. Didn't look like she felt going anywhere. Just to be safe, I got everyone and stepped on the can again. Next time, nobody kicked the can. Damn straight. This time the kid is it. Alright, so I count to 100, right? The kid took the can and sat in the chair with his face down. Alright, here I go. 1, 2, 3. We left the conference room running around the floor. Coco, Pee-Pee and Sora vanished down the corridor amidst the sound of splashing. You approached me. Takeshi, what do you say we work together? Huh? Ganging up is against the rules. I think I'll pass. Don't be so stubborn. Why'd you approach me? We just happen to be going in the same direction, that's all. I see. I wonder if he would be safe. The bathroom could be against the rules. It's not a good idea. Oh, and this way's the dead end, huh? Let's go back. I wonder if we still have time. I strained by my ears to listen. 34, 35. I can faintly hear the kid counting. Seems like he's still got some time. I think it would have been more fun if we made the emergency corridors part of the game. That would make searching a hassle. But there are only a few routes to the conference room, so it's kind of boring. Well, that's because you run around so loudly that anyone can hear you coming a mile away. Oh, thanks a lot. Hey, wait, be quiet. 51, 52. We can still hear counting. Let's find somewhere to hide. Yeah. We ended up at the Lemurian ruins. You want to go in the ruins? The maze? Getting out will probably be a pain, but... Don't say that. You pushed me toward the entrance of the ruins. I peered into the attraction, but inside was dark, as if it had been painted pitch black. I couldn't tell anything. Oh, that might be too dark. The lights and emergency lights are both off. I strained looking into the darkness. It looked as if the darkness went on forever. Heading in there like this would be reckless, huh? Something moved in the darkness. A person appeared from the ruins. You were in there, Tsugumi? Yes, I took a look around. It's completely dark, you best not go in. Completely dark, huh? Tsugumi left us. Looking tired, Tsugumi kicked the water under her feet lightly, and I heard the sound of something click in her hand. It was the sound I'd heard before. Tsugumi, did you take the flashlight? It'd be impossible to walk inside without it. Hey, hey! Coco came running and splashing up with Sora in tow. So, is this where everyone was? Hey, it's Coco and Sarah. Welcome. Wait, Sarah? What? Pee-Pee, you mean? But if we're supposed to be hiding, clumping up like this isn't too bright, is it? Oh, you're right. But he's probably just finishing counting to 100. You're right. And Tsugumi's playing too, right? I'm not playing. I just happen to be around here. Like, I wish you'd stop talking that way about me. Alright. 87, 88. What are you all doing here? You planning a strategy? No, not exactly. Well, I guess we better scatter and hide. Yeah. Wait, how's he here? Hey, what's the kid doing here? Huh? What are you talking about? Kid, did you forget you're it? 98, 99. Hey, whose voice is that? The lights turned on. Who turned the lights on? I did. We were now able to see the area around us. You, Sora, Coco, Tsugumi, the kid, me. Everyone was accounted for. Everyone appears to be present. Sora extended her hand out into the air. The life readings of the complex do not appear to be abnormal. There is nothing moving around the conference room. I don't get it. Who could have been counting? It wasn't you? No. I thought it sounded like you, so then who? I don't know. Hey, that was the can being kicked. Who? Could it be a ghost? Sora said it with a straight face. If it's not a ghost, I'd like to make its acquaintance. If it is a ghost, sorry. Splish, splash. The sound of someone moving through the water reached us from outside the room. And then, the empty can came rolling to a stop in front of us. Came a long way. The can stopped in a shallow area with a hollow metallic sound. Woof? Hey, Pee-Pee, where have you been? Pee-Pee took the can in his mouth again and ran circles around us. The dog's doing it? That was the end to kick the can. In the end, it remained a mystery who was counting. We passed the rest of the night uneventfully. It was a peaceful time, and I decided to enjoy a satisfying rest. 3rd, is it? Yep, May 3rd. I awoke from my slumber. I felt something cold and hard. I remembered slouching in the chair and slumping forward on the table. Even then, the sleep that I'd gotten was far better than the day before. Hey, good morning. Oh, good morning, Takeshi. It appeared that you had gotten up just before me. What time is it? Almost 5:50 AM, I think. You sure are an early riser. What are you talking about? You're just lazy. Saying that, you let out a big yawn. Then again, being all tense for so long just gets you tired. It's probably better to sleep when you can. Being in a situation like this, we really need to keep well rested. Because when it comes down to it, if we can't think our way out of the situation, we're in trouble. Hey, I said that yesterday. Yeah, I suppose you did. Dodging the subject, you laughed slightly. Hey, since you're up, why don't you go wash your face? Yeah, I might as well. Hey, you didn't write on my face again, did you? I instinctively rubbed my cheeks. Don't worry, I didn't write anything. I stood up slowly and checked my surroundings. I didn't write anything, I just drew dicks all over your face, that's all. Coco had arranged some chairs to create a makeshift bed. She was asleep on top of them. And at the base of her pillow, Pee-Pee's neck was cocked to the side. It looked like he was sleeping too. I got up, squeezed by the sleeping Coco, and opened the door. Hey! Oh, good morning, kid. Hey, don't look so depressed, Takeshi. What are you talking about? I'm just sleepy, is all. Wow, a lot's happened in the last couple of days. Are you tired? I'm alright, I just need to wake up, is all. See ya. I headed to the nearest bathroom. The water covering the floor seeped into my shoes, which had only just finished drying. They were wet all over again. My socks got heavy and clung to my feet. My pace slowed. What a freaking pain. Scooping up water from around my feet, I splashed it on my face. Whoa, that's cold. I was shivering, but at the same time, my whole body felt awake. So that's why people wash their faces in the morning. When I went back to the conference room, the conversation quickly turned to what we were going to eat. Tsugumi and Sora aren't here. You sure it's okay? Yeah, but they're sure to show up soon. Yeah, knowing those two, you're probably right. I decided to wake up Coco. Hey, get up, it's morning. I shook her shoulder gently. Fun you... Rubbing her eyes, Coco got up slowly. Oh, good morning, brother. Huh? Oh yeah, Coco, you have a brother, but hey, you got the two of us mixed up. No, brother. We need to get ready or we'll be late for school. Coco was still half in dreamland. Late for school? What are you talking about? Well, it's just that the setting is... listen. Stop messing around, we're gonna eat. Okay, Takepion. We all made our way to the kiosk. Everyone okay with hot dogs? Hot dogs? They have hot dogs here? Well, I found a few in the back of the fridge. Must have been on the stealth menu. I was relegated to cook duty again. Hey, Takeshi, are they done yet? Why do I have to be so hungry? My stomach is gonna cave in. I'm gonna become two-dimensional and float away on the wind. Would you shut up already? I was inside the kiosk that had been made to look like a submarine. Sausages were sizzling in the frying pan. This is why you couldn't find sausages in the other timeline, because this timeline had already taken them. They sold sub sandwiches here, so I guess the exterior of the place was a sorry play on that. Why am I thinking about stupid things like that? In a little while, the place started to smell great. I carefully placed a sausage in the toasted, lightly buttered hot dog buns. Alright, whoever wants to eat, get in line. I'm first. Oh, well here you go. Thank you. Help yourself to ketchup and mustard. I'd like one too. Hey, wait in line. The next person is me. This is probably the way things usually were at this shop. There still wasn't any schedule as to when we might get out of Lemo, but in the meantime, we'd stop thinking about the difficult and negative things. I'm not sure why, but you look like you're having fun. Who, me? You think so? Fun? I guess maybe. I wiped the sweat caused by the heat of the cooking from my face. Yeah, you look like you might even be enjoying your life here. I wonder how that'd feel. I guess it'd be kind of fun. Owning a stand like this. Owning a stand? The kid stifled a laugh. Take Pion, you really look like you work here. Hot dogs, get your hot dogs, they're on the house. You don't think that maybe you could have sold hot dogs in a past life? Oh shucks, man, me just saying that. No, Coco. I think he was a hot dog man. I think he was. I don't think he was a hot dog man, I think he was a sandwich man? Come on you. Suppose we were just happy to be eating hot dogs. Hot food. We could worry about the details after our stomach were full. For the moment, we were enjoying eating that simple meal. After spending some time laughing, the kid suddenly looked up at the ceiling. What's that? He blinked. His eyes were focused on the ceiling as if he'd seen something. Hey, what's wrong? My curiosity piqued, I asked him, and following his gaze, I looked up at the ceiling. But I couldn't see anything out of the ordinary. I wonder... I don't know what it was, but I swear I saw something. Saw something like what? Well, I didn't really see it. I just have a bad feeling about the second floor, somewhere. What the heck are you talking about? I think we should check that floor one more time. His eyes looked upward again and started mumbling incoherently. Concerned, I shook his shoulder. And then he snapped out of it. Don't worry about it. If something's up, Sora would warn us about it, right? Yeah, you're right, but still. Looks like I'm not the only one who's tired. Then Tsugumi appeared out of nowhere. What just happened? Nah, we're all just eating hot dogs. Look, I made one for you too. Tsugumi took it without saying anything. I could hear the sound of her taking the hot dog out of its wrapper. And I watched her motions carefully. I swallowed, watching her. Tsugumi placed the wrapper on the counter. Slowly, with the ketchup in her right hand and the mustard in her left, she squeezed the tubes. Their contents gushed out. Hey, Tsugumi! What? The hot dog was entirely covered in red and yellow. You eat that much mustard, it'll kill you. Really? Tsugumi bit into the hot dog. Hey, is it spicy? I bet it's spicy. Not really. You're probably thinking to yourself, dang, I put way too much on, right? I don't really care. And after that, she continued eating in silence. But I thought I'd seen a glimmer of eyes slightly starting to tear. Hey, don't strain yourself. I'm not, I'm finished. Oh. Want another one? I can make you one. No thanks. You always just wolf your food down. I don't know, but there isn't much satisfaction in cooking for you. Besides, with all that ketchup and mustard on it, you probably can't even taste it. Does it matter how it tastes? Of course it matters. I'm doing my best to show you how real cooking tastes. You just wait. I'll cook up a meal that will wake up your taste buds. I've had enough to eat, okay? I'm full. Huh. Well, if you say so. Suddenly, a low metallic sound reverberated throughout the installation. It was a dull, muffled sound. What was that? Is that the whale room again? This whole place just shook a little. Tsugumi's eyes darted around as if searching for something. Moments later, the kid and Coco, who'd both been resting in another room, appeared. Hey kid, what was that? I don't know. Hey, this doesn't have anything to do with that bad feeling you had earlier, does it? The kid shook his head. I don't know. Maybe we should ask Sora. Did you call for me? From out of nowhere, Sora appeared in midair and floated down in front of us. Ah, hi Sora. Hey Sora, where were you? I'm terribly sorry, I overslept. Sora looked embarrassed. Overslept, but you're... Nah, we'll save that for later. Hey, did something just happen? There was an awful noise just now. One of the shafts that supports this floor has started to warp. We didn't see any signs of it yesterday. Yes, well, it wasn't in my calculations. It appears as if the ocean currents may have influenced this outcome. How dangerous are you talking about here? Well, it should be within the margin of error, but... No, wait a second. There is an anomaly in one of the low-pressure regulating pipelines at Whitestock's warehouse. What are pressure regulating pipes? These pipelines are responsible for adjusting the pressure inside the multi-layered bulkheads comprising Lemo. If any of them should rupture for whatever reason, I'm incapable of repairing them. The anomaly is only slight, so you shouldn't have to hurry, but I think it's best if someone goes to check on it. Would you please go for me? Sure, leave it to me. I volunteered right away. I'll go too. Unexpectedly, Tsugumi also agreed to go. Tsugumi, you sure? Well, if we're gonna fix something, we'll need tools, right? I know my way around a workshop. She's proven that already. Alright, let's go. I'll help tow. Woof. Okay, you can come too, Coco. Hey, does anyone know where you went? I looked around but didn't see you anywhere. She went to the control room when things were shaking earlier. We must have just missed each other. I'll go and tell her that you're going up above. Alright, kid. I'll leave it to you. Keep an eye on things from the control room, will you? Just to make sure you don't miss anything. If something comes up, use MMIH to contact me. Alright, see ya. Bounding across the water's surface, the kid shot down the corridor. We climbed the emergency stairs quickly. Even if there wasn't any need to hurry, we couldn't afford to waste any time. Tsugumi set her sights on the floor above and started lugging the heavy toolbox. Coco and Pee-Pee followed right behind. By the way, Sora. I asked Sora, who was gliding alongside me, something that had been on my mind. Yes, Takeshi, what is it? You mentioned that you overslept earlier. Yes, I'm sorry. Sora's face went a deep shade of red. Actually, there was a routine maintenance on one of the servers where my data is stored. It initiated automatically this morning. It appears that it took some time for the return processing. Yeah, I was a little too optimistic on the preliminary check. I'm terribly sorry. Ah, so that's what it was. I laughed for some reason. What, did I say something amusing? Sora was confused. No, I just thought it was funny that even you could oversleep, Sora. Ah, that's funny. How should I put it? It's cute. Cute? Yeah. Sleeping in is cute? That does not compute. Sora's eyes went around. Maybe it was because this particular use of the word wasn't in her database. I've caused all of you such trouble. Hey, nobody's angry, don't let it bother you. Everybody knows you're working hard. Ah yes, thank you. Although Sora looked somewhat puzzled, her cheeks seemed to glow with joy. And for some reason I found that amusing too. Really? Is it cute? I thought it was a charmingly innocent reaction. I suppose it was the kind of thing you'd call cute. We reached White Stock. It didn't look like there was anything wrong with the floor, but I could hear a small hissing sound. I headed in the direction of the noise. Still, there wasn't any sign of this yesterday. Why do you think this happened all of a sudden? Well, everything doesn't always go according to plan. Is it because everyone was bouncing around so much? Coco said this casually. Huh? Well, because everyone was making such a commotion. I wonder if that's why Lemu started to tilt. I don't think so. I think this place is designed for more than 6 people. Maybe it is. Tsugumi laughed softly. But if we make some repairs, everything should be fine. Yeah, I guess so. Right, Tsugumi? Yeah, don't worry about it, Coco. Oh, I'm so relieved. Woohoo, alright. Ruff, ruff. We stood in front of the room where the hissing sound was coming from. Yes, the noise is coming from the warehouse. I'm going to perform a scan to determine the status of the area. Saying that, Sora disappeared. The steam in there isn't going to explode if we open the door, right? After I asked that, Tsugumi eyed the door uncertainly. It's probably fine. You can tell? Hey, you aren't... I'm just saying what you want to hear. Sora suddenly appeared near the door. I've run the diagnostic. Atmospheric pressure is normal, no traces of toxic gas detected. The temperature and humidity of the room are rising in slight increments. An area of the pipe has ruptured, and there is a slight water leak. The water is about 4 inches at the deepest point. That's hardly anything at all. Well, yes, but... let's go in. If we fix it, there won't be a problem, right? Yes, please hurry. I opened the door. I looked at the wall where the hissing sound was coming from. There was a faint crack in the pressure regulating pipe, and the water was dancing out of it in fine mist. If that's all it was, it didn't seem like we had anything to worry about. I thought we'd be able to fix it in no time. Tsugumi had opened up the toolbox and started spreading a few tools out in front of her. What do we need to do? The pipe has bent a little bit. I'm going to clamp a metal sleeve on it. Would you support the pipe for me? Roger that. What should I do? On the other side of this, there should be a valve attached to this pipe. You see it? I want you to loosen it a bit. Okay, gotcha. We all started working in unison. We opened and closed the valves on a number of pipes, reattached pipes and welded shut cracks. You seem really used to all this. What do you mean? Welding, where'd you learn that? You want to know? Well, it's just that, you know, asking meaningless questions is a bad habit of yours. And after that, I didn't feel like I could ask anything else. Sora just stayed close to us, watching. After a while, an intercom rang from the corner of the room. Huh? Did someone call? I'm sorry, everyone. It seems like you was calling me. I need to go. Okay, go for it. We should be able to handle the rest ourselves. Okay, I'll leave the rest to you. Sora got close to the intercom and looked like she got sucked into the receiver. I knew she could travel instantly, but still, it was disconcerting. It would be. Takeshi, don't just stand there. On the next pipe. Huh? Oh, okay. First, take that blue valve in. The water underfoot hadn't gone down at all. Although the drain pump was moving, the drainage pipe was broken. After that, I want you to turn the red valve. I fixed a number of pipes, but the sound of escaping steam still hadn't stopped. Alright, Coco, wait just a bit. Okay, I'm ready. Takeshi, move the valves in the order I told you, now. Are you listening, Takeshi? Huh? Yeah, alright, I'm sorry. Blue then red, right? Yeah, loosen them and then shut them again. I set to work on the blue valve in front of me. I was supposed to loosen this. Which way was I supposed to turn this again? Counterclockwise to loosen it, I guess? I was supposed to turn it counterclockwise, yeah. I turned the blue valve with all my strength. The sound of rushing steam grew softer. Alright, next, close the red valve. Clockwise? This one goes clockwise, right? I turned the red valve. The strength of the steam coming from the pipe weakened. Alright, that does it. Okay. Coco, hold on just a little longer. Okay. Holding up her hands to shield her face, Tsugumi operated the welding torch with her right hand. The crack in the pipe closed visibly. Takeshi, after I finish attaching this, return the valves to their original positions. Okay, gotcha. Tsugumi finished welding. The valve, hurry. Alright, jeez. I quickly turned the valve back in the other direction. I could feel the steam flowing through the valve. Coco, this pipe's done. Go on to the next one. Okay, where is it? Hold on just a sec. The water underfoot still hadn't gone down at all, and was swirling around. The air conditioner on the wall was sucking in water and gurgling it out. It appeared it also shorted out. I could see blue-white sparks jumping around inside. I hope it doesn't shock me. I was starting to get a little scared. The air conditioner made an awful sound. And all of a sudden, muddy water started overflowing from the exhaust vent. The area around my legs was quickly getting grimy. The drainage is starting to backflow. Be careful. My leg got caught up in a jet of muddy water and I lost my balance. I reached out to grab something. I caught onto a stack of crates and old containers lying nearby. Although the crates caught my weight, they shifted and began to slip over. Countless containers and rusty pipes started raining down. They passed me and headed on a direct course to hit the wall. And their path was... Coco, watch out! What? Get back! Did she just glitch? Metal was raining down. The old pipe broke apart into thousands of pieces. The containers were splintering. They all struck the surface of the shallow water violently. The sound of hard, heavy objects falling echoed in the room. The whole room quivered. A few pipes along the wall had ruptured and were spewing out water. And where Coco had been sitting only a moment earlier, Tsugumi lay, fallen over. Coco looked around at the spectacle and hugged Pee-Pee to her tightly, her hands trembling. Just before the metallic objects had crashed down onto Coco's back, Tsugumi had thrust her out of the way. She protected her while risking her own life. Tsugumi? A metal shard had dug deeply into Tsugumi's right thigh and didn't look like she could move. Steam was pouring out of the burst pipes surrounding us, and the drainage pump, not doing its job, continued belching out muddy water in large quantities. I guess I messed up. Tsugumi grimaced and clasped her thigh tightly. She was losing a lot of blood. The murky water was getting redder by the moment. Are you okay? Does this look okay to you? Always asking stupid questions. Stop laughing. I'm gonna get that stuff off you. Just wait. I hurried through the water to Tsugumi and tried to lift the metal off her. But no matter how hard I tried, the heavy chunk wouldn't budge. Damn it! Looks like it's no use. In the meantime, the water level had risen from ankle to knee height. Tsugumi? Coco crawled over to get closer to Tsugumi. Get away from me! Stung by Tsugumi's cold words, Coco stiffened and stopped. Get out of here, Coco. You too, Takeshi, get out while you can. At this rate, this room's partitions won't last. You'll all die if you stay. So hurry. Get out of here. But... Stupid idiot, you think I could just leave you? There's nothing you can do, right? I'm stuck here. And with this injury, you can't help me anyway. Shut up. I roared out. I won't let you give up on me now, damn it. Hey Coco, what are you standing there for? What? Yes? Get on that intercom and contact the others. With all her might, Coco moved her trembling legs to get closer to the intercom. But it's no use, it's broken. I pushed a button but nothing happens. So run up and tell the others to get over here. Okay, I'm going. Although she looked flustered, Coco nodded and ran off. The door to the warehouse closed. Soon water came up to the bottom of the door. The water continued to rise. From her waist down, Tsugumi was almost completely underwater. The water level was almost over my knees. What are you trying to prove? It doesn't mean anything, just leave. I don't want you here. I wouldn't be here if there wasn't a reason. I can't just leave you here. Why not? I've taken nothing but abuse from you, and yet you still haven't thanked me properly yet. Oh really? Well, that's reason enough, I suppose. Tsugumi laughed weakly. Her lips were trembling. The murky water was spreading. It's gotten cold in here. Alright, Tsugumi, I need you to stay with me now. I chose my words as carefully as possible. I'm perfectly sane. You'll be okay. The wound isn't that deep, so don't worry. You'll be okay. What makes you think that? You're the one who's crazy. I'm sorry, it's all my fault. I wasn't paying attention and you got hurt. The water level was rising up to Tsugumi's head. A section of the partition had broken and seawater was rushing in. The water was ice cold and it seemed like it would freeze us. The water volume increased mercilessly. Her face contorted with pain. In agony she laboured for breath. There wasn't any time. Making up my mind, I dove into the water. I couldn't open my eyes. All I could do was search the bottom using my intuition. Damn it! Using all my strength, I heaved a large mass of metal sticking into Tsugumi's leg. Aided slightly by the buoyancy of the water, the metal hunks moved slightly. Tsugumi pulled her leg out at once. I lifted my face out of the water, gulping greedily for air. The flooding wouldn't stop. The water level was already above my shoulders. You're such a stubborn idiot. Shut up and just keep quiet. With her leg injured, there was no way Tsugumi could swim. Holding on to her, I headed for the exit. But the door was already underwater. Look, there's no way you can save me. I told you to keep quiet. There's got to be another exit. I'll look for it. It'll be okay. We'll find a way out of this. There you go again, saying it'll be okay. You're so irresponsible. Would you keep quiet? I probably could have forced open the door if I'd tried, but it would have put the second floor in danger of flooding. I searched desperately for an emergency exit. My legs wouldn't touch the floor. I could hardly breathe. I was at my limit. There's a ladder. In the corner of the room, there's a ladder. We can use it to get to the emergency passage. We're gonna make it, Tsugumi. I swam with all my might to get to the ladder. With Tsugumi draped over my back, I climbed up the ladder. I opened the flood hatch at the end of the ladder and pushed Tsugumi through. Going up immediately behind her, I quickly shut the hatch. The sound of the flood faded away, but there wasn't time to rest. Tsugumi was still losing blood. I took her up on my back and began to run. Damn, which way should I go? A dead end of the passage had me totally lost. Takeshi! Sura suddenly appeared in front of me. Sura, Tsugumi is... I know, I heard everything from Coco. Bring her to the infirmary immediately. Yu is currently preparing to treat her. Alright, I'm on my way. Now which way do I go? Return back along this passage. Go down the stairs on the right and take the standard passage to... Okay. Tsugumi? Tsugumi? It's okay, it's gonna be okay. Tsugumi groaned painfully from her place on my back. Even if she thought it was irresponsible of me, I couldn't bring myself to tell her it's no use. It's too late. As long as I had even a little hope, I didn't want to throw it away. I burst into the infirmary. I set injured Tsugumi down on the bed. She'd lost so much blood. We had to take emergency measures immediately. Hey, what are we gonna do? Get out of the way. Yu, who'd been waiting in the room, pushed me out of the way. A tourniquet was taken out of a rack of medical instruments on the wall and fastened around Tsugumi's thigh. This is bad. What's the status? How bad is it? Can't we use a scanner to check it out? I pointed at the LMRI. It seems to be broken. Plug it in, stupid! I'll have a look. Sura put her hand on Tsugumi. A holographic window appeared in the air. A small sensor or camera started moving on the ceiling. Well, this is just a bioscan, so I can't tell for certain, but her femur is fractured and it looks like it might be a compound. That and the artery is severed. She'll need sutures. I've stitched up my finger before. It was with a survival kit, but... Well, do you think you can assist me? I'll do my best. Do you have any anesthetic? I'll get it ready. The laser scalpel, forceps and sutures. Everything we need is already in the room. Sora moved the electric wagon and used its robotic arm to gather the necessary surgical tools. Yu flipped up Tsugumi's skirt and started wiping off the wound. Takeshi, don't just stand there, you're in the way. Yu pointed angrily at the exit. Yeah, sorry. Take care of her, okay? Leave it to me. Yu looked determined to show us all that what she was capable of. As soon as I left the tense atmosphere of the emergency room, the fatigue hit me. I set myself down on a nearby chair. Oh, Takepion, is Tsugumi gonna be okay? Coco was holding on to Pee-Pee, but it looked as if she was having a hard time relaxing. You let them know right away. She should be fine. Really? Coco's eyes were moist. It was hard to tell, but she'd probably been crying moments earlier. Even still, she tried to smile. Hey, do you think Tsugumi's gonna be okay, right? She still looked worried. She tilted her head as she asked me. Yeah, she'll be okay. Absolutely fine. I closed my hand into a fist and told myself, she's gonna be okay. After what seemed like an eternity, you appeared from the infirmary with Sora. The surgery was over. Tsugumi was gonna live. It required a total of 40 stitches, and it'll take 2 months to heal completely. And it'll take her a few more months to be able to walk normally. Until the rescue team arrives at Lemo, and we can get her out of here, she's gonna have to rest. Alright, thanks Sora. And good job, you. You? What's wrong? What? Nothing. I'm just really tired, you know? I've never done an operation like that before. After that, you looked down and didn't say much. By the way, looks like the flooding stopped at its White Stock warehouse. All pipelines connecting to the warehouse have been closed as an emergency measure, and the whole area has been sealed off from Zweit. So, we don't have to worry about the flood damage expanding. So that's it then. We were just killing time. We couldn't think of any way to escape. Still, we didn't want to feel like we were completely wasting our time. So we all decided to wander around Lemu one more time. As we made the rounds, I said things like, let's find something decent to eat. No more of those chicken sandwiches from the kiosk. And how many people really ride on an eye that doesn't have enough buoyancy? And made other ridiculous propositions. Everyone was getting a little sick of me, but they still laughed along. We all knew. As long as we were doing something, it kept our mind off things that we couldn't change. Like about how there was no way out, or remembering where we were. We decided to meet at 8 PM for dinner. Everyone was left to wander around freely until then. Still an hour to go. As I walked around the second floor, still thinking about what to do, I found myself in front of the infirmary. I thought Tsugumi would still be sleeping in bed. Maybe I should check on her. Alright, we better wrap this one up, but well, that went way differently than before, didn't it? We never had a Tsugumi accident before. But I wonder if it's the same when we go through the Tsugumi route. I guess we'll find that out when we get there, but until then, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.